It is now right around 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, August 24th, 2025. After a late morning of waking up right around noon because I got in at after midnight last night from another state and traveled for quite a few hours to get here. And then there was a lot of violent slamming and banging late last night at 1 in the morning when I was trying to quietly use the facilities in my bathroom. And then again this morning when I quietly tried to use the facilities in my bathroom. And then again this afternoon while I was lying here on this bed just watching some documentaries and topics that are religious and of importance to me, but shouldn't be of any interest to anyone else. And yet the psychos directly below in 76 were making a point to slam and bang things directly below my bed while I was in the process of watching this program that has nothing to do with them, while lying here facing these pillows and with these curtains around me that should, provide some sort of privacy for whatever I happen to do in the privacy of this area, but obviously it's not private. Anyway, I love watching videos and travel documentaries as well as historical and religious ones, and one of my favorite places to connect to mentally is England for some reason. I think that I have an extensive history of connections there, whether I know it or not. There's some distant cousins that are ancestrally connected to my family that live in England. Some of them are actually fairly high-ranking members of British society at this point. And one of them is my twin flame. Hey there. So I know I can send him messages directly, twin flame number 3. He's very close right now, and I'm a little worried because usually that means that he feels he needs to step in some sort of protective or assistive capacity. And that means that things might not be going in my favor right now for whatever reason with whatever I have going on. And there's a lot of things that are going on. He is in a oh my God. Yeah. Okay. I know what I need to do now. Alrighty then. So I know what's going on. Sheesh. Okay. Here we go again. Back to court, right? Back to court. It's always court related. With the Greenville group, with their team of psychotic and trigger-happy attorneys. I'm not friends with any of them. I'm simply saying that my twin flame number 3, came through as a direct result of his connection to some type of real estate conglomerate that he is connected to that is also connected to the attorneys for the Greenville group. And that is how I crossed his desk. Let's put it that way. Now he wants to help and he feels bad. Okay, so now I know what I need to do. I've been really holding back on filing lawsuits against the Greenville group because I really don't like to be in court. It's not my favorite thing to do. And that's why I actually never became an attorney or went to law school, even though I could. I mean, when you get admitted into a PhD program for clinical developmental psychology that is twice as long and 3 times as labor intensive as any kind of law school program or degree would be, you can certainly go to law school if you want to. I never wanted to. It's just not fun to be in court. But you know what? If they're going to be dragging my ass into court repeatedly, I am more than happy to return the favor at this point. And so I guess that's what I'll be doing. So I was going to watch movies this evening, relax after a lot of intensive labor over the last few days, not just being of assistance to my family, but of taking care of my own affairs, my own business related obligations and things like that. But now, you know what? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun crafting legal action against the Greenville group in return for their constant prejudicial, discriminatory, and psychotic need to take me to court over every time I sneeze in the wrong direction, while they are permitting a group of malignant, violent, aggressive, and severely disturbed career criminals, psychopaths, sex offenders, and thugs to intrude and impinge upon my right to privacy and a healthy, functional living space. Their retaliation is going to cause their downfall. There are laws in Massachusetts against landlord-tenant retaliation that are pretty clear-cut. And the fact that they keep dragging me into court for some reason, because they're so prejudicial against successful white females, that they don't even care that it's blatantly obvious that they don't like professional, educated white females, well, that's going to bite them in the ass. There are laws protecting every ethnic group and demographic, including white females, especially over the age of 50, those who are disabled, etc. And that's just how stupid they are. So thank you, Twin Flame number 3, for sending me that memo maybe 30 minutes ago about how you're stepping in to try to help me, but it's not your fight, obviously. It's mine. So I need to start like putting the sword to the grindstone once again, not only to play defense as I often do, and I have no choice, but to play offense at this point. I think it's going to be more fun playing offense against the Greenville group. There are so many charges and violations of the law that I can start going to town on, starting with their violation of retaliatory laws, prejudicial and discrimination laws against that kind of thing. Let's see, ADA violation, on and on. I mean, I can start by filing a restraining order against a violent slamming and banging and their use of admittedly present surveillance devices in this living space. Either they're really stupid and they think that landlords have the right to put surveillance devices in tenants' living spaces and then dox those tenants' personal activities to other tenants, or they don't care. They think they're above the law and they're doing it anyway. I'm not sure what the case is here. Either they don't know or they do know, but they don't care. But either way, that's going to cause their downfall.